sa katotohanan, hustisya at sa ating soberenya bilang isang malayang bansa. Tayo ngayon po ay nagtitipon upang magkaisa, hindi lamang sa panalangin, kundi sa paninindigan. Hindi lamang upang ipahayag ang ating damdamin.
As a Filipino-American, I stand at a complex intersection of identities, where the love of my ancestral homeland clashes with the realities of international legal processes. The ICC's pursuit of former President Duterte, while rooted in valid concerns about human rights, ignites a deep-seated resistance within me. It's not a defense of any individual, but a defense of our sovereignty, of our right to self-determination. Hindi tayo mga susunod-sunuran sa dayuhan. We are not subservient to foreigners. The ICC's actions, however well-intentioned, feel like a violation of that hard-won autonomy. It's a reminder of a past where external powers dictated our fate, where our voices were silenced and our agency was denied. This isn't about absolving anyone of potential wrongdoing. It's about asserting our right to address our own issues, to hold our own leaders accountable within our own legal frameworks. Dapat tayo ang maghusga sa sarili natin. We should judge ourselves. We are not a nation of helpless victims, incapable of self-governance. We are a people of intelligence, resourcefulness, and a deep understanding of our own complexities. Alam natin ang sariling natin. We know ourselves. Our legal system, though imperfect, is capable of delivering justice. Our institutions, though fluid, are evolving. To suggest otherwise is to undermine our capacity for growth and self-improvement. The ICC intervention risks exacerbating existing divisions within our society, fueling resentment and distrust. It risks creating a perception of external interference, which can be easily manipulated by those seeking to destabilize our nation. Delikado ito sa ating bansa. This is dangerous for our country. We are a nation of dreamers, of innovators, of entrepreneurs. We are a people who have made significant contributions to the world. In every field of endeavors, we are a people who have overcome countless challenges, who have emerged stronger for every adversities. We are Filipino Americans, bridging worlds, carrying the torch of our ancestors, and striving to build a better future for our homeland. We are not defined by the actions of others. We define ourselves. We assert our right to self-determination. Hindi tayo mga laruan ng ibang bansa. We are not toys of other countries. We are a nation with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a strong sense of identity. We are not Filipino for nothing. We are Filipino for a reason. And that reason is rooted in our resilience, our independence, and our unwavering belief in our capacity to shape our destiny. Tayo ang nagtatakda ng ating kinabukasan. We will determine our future.
Before we start our program this afternoon, hinihingi ko po ang kooperasyon ng lahat. Alam niyo po ang gagawin natin. At tawagan niyo po ang inyong mga kamag-anak. Kaya nananalangin din tayo para kay Pastor Kibuloy na ngayon ay nakakaranas ng paghihirap sa kulungan. Hindi po natin kailangan ng politiko. Kailangan pa natin ang katulad ni Pastor Kibuloy na tunay na nananampalataya at maglilingkod sa ating bayan. Kaya sa inyo pong lahat, marami pong salamat. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
At humihingi ng inyong tulong. Dinggin ninyo ang aming mga daig, ang aming mga dalangin, hinaing, at ang aming pakiramdam na kami ay pinabayaan. Pagpalain ninyo ang mga mapayapang pagtitipong ito ngayong hapon. Nakikiisa po kami, ang mga Pilipino dito sa buong Washington DC at sa mga kalapit na
Meron pang pang-apat! Meron pang pang-lima! Hindi napapalaya si PRRD! Duterte!
Mga minamahal kong kababayan, lalong-lalo na nanggaling pa rin sa iba't ibang lugar. Hindi lang po tayo DMV. Meron taga California, may taga Pennsylvania, taga New York, no? At sa lahat, Florida. Sino pa ba? Hindi na mabanggit. San Diego, California. Maraming salamat po. Bati po, Virginia.
Yung mga kasama kong taga-Davao! Davao! Cavite! Okay, tutuloy natin ang programa. Nakinig lang po ng konti. Bring him home! 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 Papangiti ako na alam ko eh. 66 anyos na ako. Ay 66 years old. Naalala ko yung mga kamag-aral ko, si Chief Justice.
From the yoke of colonialism to the devastation of natural disasters, we have faced adversity with unwavering resilience. Ang atong kaisog, our courage, has been tested time and time again. Yet we have always emerged stronger. Hindi tayo sumuko. We did not give up. Dili kita musurrender. We will not surrender. Our spirit is imbued with a deep sense of community, o bayanihan. We understand that we are stronger together. Ang pakikisama, ang pagtutulungan, camaraderie, cooperation, these are not just words. They are the cornerstones of our society. We celebrate together. We mourn together. We rise together. Magkinabangay ta. Let us help each other because we are not Filipino for nothing. We stand with our former President Duterte.
Alam natin na merong warrant of arrest si President Putin ng ICC, si President Bush, si Prime Minister Netanyahu. Pero anong sinabi ni Trump? Binigyan niya ng warrant of arrest ang lahat ng ICC.
Yes! Good! Thank you, President Trump!
Dapat malinaw sa ating lahat na ito ay Bring him home! Bring him home! Bring him home! Bring him home! Ikaapat po ang prinsipyo ng complementarity sa ilalim ng Rome Statute ay nagsasaad na tanging kapag walang kakayahan o kagustuhan ang lokal na hukuman sa Pilipinas, ang ICC ay doon lamang maaaring manghimasok. Ngunit hindi ito ang kaso sa Pilipinas. Tayo po ay may gumaganang hukuman. Meron po tayong gumaganang hudikatura. Kaya po hindi pwedeng manghimasok at hindi dapat natin kilalin ang paghihimasok ng International Criminal Court. Hindi po tayo banana republic.